Hey everybody, this is your revered mojihost Nandi bringing you a new episode of Messy Ministries. Hey, today's one is titled, My New Guy Might Be a Stalker. And she writes, at least I think it's a she, because you don't know these days, but we're going to go on she, okay? This going to be she. This what she writes. I hope you can help me make sense of my issue. I hired a dating service and went on one date with someone who seemed like a nice guy. Soon after our first date, I traveled out of town for work. On my last night there, I was eating dinner in the hotel restaurant when he walked by. I was so happy to see a familiar face, I thought nothing of it. He said he was also in town on a work assignment. I found it funny he hadn't mentioned it when we were on our date, since I did mention that I'd be traveling soon and to where. We talked and drank wine until the restaurant closed. I invited him up to my room, and I'm ashamed to say we had sex. The next morning, I told him that it was a mistake and that I wasn't ready to move so quickly. Since then, I can't seem to get rid of him. Everywhere I go, he appears. My favorite coffee shop, where I bike, my gym, even my local Whole Foods. What is going on? Is this guy a stalker? Is this because we had sex? What should I do? I had to take a deep breath on this one because there are so many moving parts in this one submission. First of all, when you meet somebody on a first date, and y'all know, I thought it was TV that you hire a dating service. You see how I'm skipping all over the place? But I had to put that in there before I forget. I didn't know you could actually hire a dating service to find you a date. I thought people go on like Tinder and those other places and they find the dates on their own. But I guess, you can hire escorts, so I guess dating service, escort. I know they're not exactly the same thing, but yeah. So back to what I was saying. A first date with people, you don't tell them, you don't give them your agenda. And it seems like that's what you did, is you gave this person your agenda because they obviously didn't give you theirs, even though it seems like their agenda is whatever your agenda is. But point being, you mentioned that you'd be going away for work and you told them exactly where you would be going. You've only known this person, a few hours? Because you said one date. We have to be careful about the information that we give to other people. All intel can be used either for your benefit or against you. And it seems like what's going on now has made you really uncomfortable because it seems like you might have released too much information too soon to the wrong person. And I'm going to just go with you on, yes, this person is highly likely a stalker. How else is it that they end up, you go out of town and they show up not just in the same town, but in the same hotel? And you didn't say if they actually had a room in that hotel as well. But the fact that they showed up there and they even came into the restaurant, unless the restaurant is an open air one and they were walking down the sidewalk and happened to see you, that means they had to intentionally walk into the building. So you asked if you're being stalked? Yes. And you also wanted to know, is it because of the sex? No. You know why? Because this person was already stalking you when they showed up where you went on vacation. Not vacation, on your work assignment. Yes. So this was already in the works. And you opened it all up to, for all I know, my son was actually telling me about these little tag things that you can get from Apple. I would not be surprised if you've been tagged. Now, he also told me there's an app where you can check for tags and stuff. I don't know a whole lot about it. I don't know a lot about these tags. But if I were you, I would check to see if this person might be using one of those things. Now, you're asking, what should you do? The first thing I'm going to tell you to do is be damn careful. You had sex with this person. That's another thing. We got to stop doing these same sex, the same date night, same sex things. I know that y'all didn't have sex on the first night, but soon thereafter, because you went on travel, he stalked you and met you there. And that same night, which means this is what, maybe y'all second time seeing each other, because you don't say on here that y'all saw any time after that. That the next time you saw him, you are traveling for work and he showed up. So you didn't know him, but you had sex. And I can see that you even said that you were ashamed by it. So that means you know that you let things get out of hand, that you didn't stop it when you should have. And now this person, depending on when a person stalks you, there's usually something wrong. Something's not healthy about their mind. You don't stalk people if you have a healthy mind, So there's already some issues there, girl. And I'm thinking that you're a woman, okay? Like I said, I couldn't tell, because people can submit anonymously, and that's what you chose to do. So what I'm going to say to you is to make somebody else aware of this, okay? Even if that includes going to the police department and talking to somebody there. I would also let a family member know, if you got like a brother or somebody who, might be able to check in on you. Because when a person stalks you, you really don't know what they might be capable of. You don't know how unhinged that person might be. And who knows, they see a certain people talking to you, like maybe a new guy or something like that. That might be enough to crack them up. You know what I mean? So you have to be really careful, especially since this person is now showing up in the places that you frequent, which means they're probably stalking you outside your home and stuff too. So you have to be really careful. You even have to be careful how you tell them to stop coming around. Now, I hope that this doesn't turn into something really, really serious where it endangers your life. But at this point, I would advise you to seek some type of counsel as far as next steps. I'm not the police. I'm not counsel. Well, not in that way. I am ministerial counsel. But I'm not, I don't really know your situation. But I will say again, I will emphasize, be careful. Be very, very careful. Also be careful how you handle this person. Don't blow up and start cussing them out and stuff like that, because sometimes that is the wrong approach. Okay? That might be all it takes for this person to go off, and you might want to do a little investigating of your own. Find out who this really is. I'm surprised that this dating service didn't do some type of background check or something, because maybe this person has a history of stalking other people. Who knows how far this is gone. So you might want to do a little background investigation yourself so that you know who you're dealing with. And that's why I said too, you may want to go to the police department. You got their name, you got some information on them, and if nothing else, maybe their name should be correct. Because like I said, this is a dating service. I would even contact the dating service, because they're kind of responsible. I mean, because people come through them, and I'm sure they do some type of screening process or whatever. But I wish the best for you. Do what it takes to keep yourself safe. I would not go off any other places alone with this guy. Don't let him take you nowhere. This could be a serious situation, and I hope it doesn't turn into that. Okay, listeners, you're out here. Have you ever been in a situation like this? Are you a police officer or someone that could give her advice on what steps she might need to take in a situation like this? If so, let's continue the conversation in the comments, all right? So that she gets some good, some solid recommendations, some solid advice for what to do from this point on. I will say this, don't go have sex with him again, okay? Because he already showed you that something not right up there. All right? If y'all got questions of your own, hey, submit them to messyministries.com, because you could be the next one that we talk about here on Messy Ministries. Again, this is your revered mojihost, Nandi. I'm out.